Hello everybody, my name is Travis Reed. I'm the product manager for Labs Sports, and jumped on Twitter today to ask if anybody had some mailbag questions, and was able to give some back and forth with people on Twitter there. But I wanted to go over a few of the questions that were asked and show how I actually made the systems and answer those questions so quickly on Twitter. If you want to follow us on Twitter and kind of take part in that back and forth, it's at bet_labs. So do give us a follow there, and maybe next week you can have your question highlighted on this. But let's go ahead and take a look at what some people asked and then show how to do it with the BetLab software. So the first question asked here by Ryan: what's Peyton's record ATS versus Brady? For those that don't know, ATS means against the spread. So we jump into our BetLabs home screen. We're going to create an NFL spread system, give it a quick name, and hit create. So in this case, defaults to regular season. We want to go ahead and add postseason as well. So we'll add postseason games. We'll go down here to player info, look at quarterback. You can actually see Peyton Manning's right there. You can also search for it by starting to type. So we want to look at Peyton Manning. And then we want to look at opponent quarterback. Start typing in Brady, and there you can see the record, 6-6. And that's the answer I gave on Twitter. You can also see the graph. You can also take a look at the past system picks and see all the games where they played each other here. So there's also a couple of pushes in there to go along with that. The next question was a good one. In conference championship games, how do dome teams fare outdoors? So let's take a look at that. Alright, so back to the home screen, we'll create a new system, quick name, and we'll start to create this one. So breaking down the tweet, the first thing was in conference championships. So we're only looking at postseason, and then under time period, we'll find a specific round, and we'll select the two championship games. And then we want to play outdoors, so we'll go down to weather. Is the dome closed? No, it's not closed. We have an open air situation. And now we want to look at the visitor playing outdoors. And then we want to select the dome teams. So in this case, we select team. Here are all the teams that have played. There's actually a few. Atlanta plays in a dome, New Orleans plays in a dome, and Indy also plays in a dome. Those are the only teams there that fit our criteria. So you can see there, 0-4 record. If we hit save filter, see a pretty drastic margin, losing against the spread by almost 18 points. So if you go down here to pass this, you can see there's some blowouts, including a 45-7 win. Patriots over the Colts, 39-14. Not a very big sample size, but definitely the margin jumps out there. But that's the quick, easy way to find out that answer. The next question we had: what are the respective number 1 seeds in both AFC and NFC? Again, we're looking at against the spread records. So let's go back to our Bet Labs. We can actually stay here. What we're going to do is just delete a few filters. That one, and we'll go ahead and get rid of that one. So now we've already done the part of looking at championship games, and he wanted to know how the number 1 seeds do. So under tournament info, we're going to go down here, just look at 1 seeds. And you can see they are 8-7 against the spread when they make the conference championship game. You could also look at the opponent seed. You can see 3-5 against 2 seeds, 1-2 against the spread against 3 seeds, 1-0, 3-0, based on the opponent's seed. And then you'd also just look, Seahawks beat Packers. You can go through each of the games there. You could also do this as a money line system as well, just by going back to the start screen, make it an NFL money line, doing it the same way. Alright, let's take a look at the next question. Here we have an NBA question. So we're looking at NBA divisional home dogs getting less than 45% of the bet on the money line. Alright. So let's start back at the home screen. And we'll create NBA money line and hit create system. So divisional home dogs. So the first thing we're going to do is matchup info. We have division or non-divisional games. So we got division. And then we have home teams. Let's say filter there. And then we have dogs. And then we had getting less than 45% of bets on the money line. So we're going to go 0 to 44%. Hit the save. And here we have the record 170, 367. Money won, in this case, lost over 67 units over the time. You see the graph's not very pretty here. There's actually a follow-up reply to that oh, maybe it's better to probably take the away team there in that instance. There's a quick way to check. Hit this little fade system. So now we're going to take this exact system, bet against it every time. See, it'll update. And yep, it's definitely a lot better. Obviously the win rate just flips. You have money won of almost 12 units, ROI 2.2%. Kind of an up and down graph, but yeah, definitely better if you system wise to fade that system rather than follow it. Finally, we had this one from Martin, 7+ point favorites after a bye week. So let's go back to the BetLabs home screen. Delete that one. And call this one bye week. So I'm going to leave that regular season for now. And so in this case, we wanted to look at least 7-point favorites. So we're looking at 7-point favorites all the way up to 27-point favorites. And we wanted to look at after a bye week. So we go down here to time period. Look at days between games. And we'll set it to at least 13 days for a true bye. And hit save filter. You can see there, really good record, 40 and 22. 64.5% win rate. The curious part is when, say you did want to include postseason, you can click edit here. See the stark contrast of 40 and 22 in the regular season, 9 and 21 in the postseason. So those 1 and 2 seeds that get the bye in the playoffs have not done a very well covering, whereas these big favorites in the regular season have done a very good job of covering. But that's the mailbag review for this week. Like I said, you can follow us on Twitter at bet_labs. Ask us a question next week, or just anytime during the week, and maybe I can get to it a little bit later and show you how it was done using the BetLab software. You can go to betlabsports.com right now, create a free account, start doing a lot of this stuff for free, save yourself a lot of time doing research. And then we also have the $49 trial if you're ready to start getting current game picks, all the betting types, spread, money line, over, under, and all the sports that you could want.